army.
Okay, and?
The armor is strong and our tanks are fast, right?
Sure. As ok unvei, and our tanks are fast.
Who are we going to fight against?
We are not going to fight against anyone. We are going to create conditions so that nobody wants to fight against us, so that such an idea hits nobody.
There is a notion of reasonable adequacy.
Yes, there is. That's what we adhere to. Today, we rank 7th as far as military spending goes. The US has outstripped us. Donald told me they have approved a huge budget for next year. 738 billion, I think.
Did he brag?
No, he said this with regret. He said the costs were too high, but he had to do it. He actually advocated disarmament, as he said.
Why then won't he sign all those treaties?
That is another question. This is a question of how one understands security and how to ensure it. We can discuss this topic.
With him or with me?
I can discuss it both with him and with you. Doesn't matter. I'm well versed on this issue. I can discuss it with anyone. I think this is actually a mistake. The New START should be extended. But this is another issue. So, the US is ranked first in terms of spending, while China comes in second. Saudi Arabia, strangely enough, is ranked third. Then comes Great Britain, France, and Japan. Japan has surpassed us, as we come in 7th. Moreover, our spending is falling each and every year. In contrast, other countries' military spending has been rising. And we are not going to fight against anybody, but we are creating such a situation in the defense sector so that nobody even dares to think about fighting us. And now there is a unique situation. I have recently spoken about it at the Defense Ministry. This is the first time in modern Russia. We always had to catch up with our, figuratively speaking, competitors. The first atomic bomb was created by the Americans. We caught up with them. Then, the first major strategic aircraft to deliver these weapons was also made by the Americans. We caught up to them again. The first missiles were developed by the Americans. Still, we caught up. For the first time, we have created such offense strike systems which the world has never seen. Now, they are trying to catch up with us. This is a unique situation. This has never happened before. I mean, first of all, hypersonic offensive systems, including intercontinental ones. In 2000, slightly over 1.3 million people served in our army. Now, a little more than 1 million. We increased the share of modern equipment by just 1% a year back then. The share of modern equipment was only 6%. And now, do you know how much? Do you? Almost 70.
It's just like Chekhov's principle. If there is a hypersonic rifle hanging on the wall, in the second or third chapter, it will unquestionably go off.
That may be true for the theater. Security and political reality are governed by another rule. Do you know which one? It will go off if it is hanging just on one stage. And if a similar rifle is hanging on a stage close by, it is unlikely that anyone near it would want to use it. This is exactly the situation that is called strategic stability and the balance of power. Due to this strategic balance, the world has avoided major military conflicts after World War II. Precisely thanks to this strategic stability and strategic balance. By the way, while developing their anti-ballistic missile system, the Americans wanted to upset this strategic stability and balance, thinking that if they created a missile defense umbrella, the other side wouldn't be able to respond adequately if they used nuclear weapons. However, after having developed these modern systems, including those which easily evade any anti-missile ballistic system, we maintain the strategic stability and strategic balance. It is essential not only for us, but for global security.